It's a little bit too straight. You're going to bowl a short ball like that, put it outside the eye line. It was a beautiful height. If you're a captain asking for a bowler to bowl a bouncer, that's a perfect height. And just a little bit of a champ to the bowler as well.
Drive earns him a single, earns him a 50. What a 50. Getting a 50 under pressure. Involved in a partnership of 96, becomes the youngest player in HBL PSL history to score a 50. He's only 19. Just played the Under-19 World Cup. And he's moving forward, pushing his case to be selected for that all-important post in the World T20 World Cup squad. Would have enjoyed this. Got a 50 when his team needed one. Drive solidly played into the gap. Glorious, breathtaking drive. 50 for Shoaib Malik as well. Third consecutive 50 for Shoaib. Partnership 100 of 67. Salmi on the move here. 124 for 3. Well, this is a mighty interesting call from the skipper, because Heather Ali's stats tell us that he is brilliant against spin with a strike rate of 210. Samit Patel coming on to bowl. Shoaib Malik is a big striker down the ground against spin. There he goes. Big. It works. Almost works. Visa was in business for a little while.
Well, between the overs, this was a little interaction. Samit, please bowl. You must bowl. Do not get smashed, sir. Good luck. This is putting him to the sword.
There he goes, and there she goes for 6. Brilliant. Samit Patel will be collared, probably taken to the cleaners in this over, because both these guys play spin beautifully.
Well, if you just need to look at the numbers, chances are that Samit Patel is going to get absolutely pounded this over. Strange decision to bring him on.
Another big shot into the gap. Will this be? Feel it is. Moaz gets to the ball. Only a single, but it can get a bit tricky again for Samit Patel. He's having a laugh. He was frowning before he started this over, challenging the wisdom of bringing him in. Massive strike rates against spin for both right-handers.
Coming back for 2. And I think if Samit Patel can somehow get out of this over with just 2 singles, that is a massive victory for the Qalandars. What big 2 balls this is coming up for Samit Patel and for the fate of this game.
Last 30 balls, 60 runs scored. How the momentum has switched. There he goes. That's nicely bowled, nice and full, almost Yorker length. Held his nerve. Beautiful bowling by Samit Patel. He is not thrown in the towel.
1 ball to go. I think everyone on his side is willing him on. Can this be a single? And flip side for Azalmi. Can they really cash in on this over?
Cuts into the gap. Oh, the last thing they needed was a misfield. Muaz Khan was the fielder, Samit Patel. If looks could kill. 139 for 3.
The crowd is roaring here at Gaddafi Stadium, and Zalmi are on top. Last ball should have been fielded on the boundary, and it went right through. So 15 off that last over. Peshawar Zalmi are all set to end this innings on a high. 5 overs to go. And that man on your screen, Shoaib Malik, has done brilliantly to work alongside Haider Ali for the 7th 100-run partnership of this HBL PSL 5.
Yeah, and I was speaking earlier, Cass, about the old and the new. We've got the experience of Shoaib Malik, and we've got Haider, the youngster, and you think of the value he's getting, having those mid-wicket conversations between overs and getting the support from elderly statesmen. Cool and cool hand sanitizer. We're using a lot of that, aren't we? It's a must.
Oh, they've been expensive in the last 5. Oh, that is a miss. What a miss that is. And this is the partnership. You have to break it now because they've got the momentum, these two batters. And Lahore under serious pressure.
Oh, it's been brilliant the way they've been able to turn the innings round after the power play. They've missed a couple of run-outs. Here's another one. That was an assisted run-out. That was what was on. Get it over the top to the bowler, and he takes the bails off. He had more time than he thought, so there's a little bit of panic out there.
Crunch down the ground. There's a fielder out there, and he'll take the catch. So a timely breakthrough here for the home side, and it's the experienced Malik who has to make his way off the field.
Oh, it's unlucky. It was there too, the form that he's been in. You could just hear the clunk when he made contact. Right off the toe end. Just needed an inch high, that would have sailed. Just watch where it hits. Right on the tail. And toe end of the bat, and it needed to be taken comfortably. So there's that breakthrough. The partnership of 116 ends. What a 62 it was, 140 for 4. Into the stands. He's capable of it.
As well bowled. Excellent recovery this from Rav.
All right, so it should be sub 190, unless this one is dispatched for a maximum, but 185 for 7. I think Lahore will be happy with that. There's always a partnership that can get away from you, and there was brilliant batting that was the reason they achieved it, Zalmi, in terms of getting an innings back on track. But they've recovered slightly, haven't they, with those wickets taken regularly.
Karachi Kings made 187 for 5 here, and Lahore chased it down with 8 wickets in hand. It was just 2 days ago. Wickets in the last couple of overs. Oh boy! Thrown to the wrong end. So they've ended on 187 for 7. That's exactly the same score that Karachi Kings put on the board. And Lahore will be breathing a sigh of relief because at one stage it certainly looked like they'd be chasing over 200.
Yeah, well, I thought Karachi had enough or could have defended it, and they could have, but they didn't bowl well enough. And it just shows that 187, it's amazing it's 187 again, is often, in these conditions, not enough. Now, this one comes in, there was a run out on, there's certainly, without a fumble, Brathwaite's probably getting home, unless it was a direct hit. He's in frame, but Hassan Ali was the one that should have been run out at the other end.
106 runs scored in the last 10 overs, but more importantly from a Lahore perspective, they picked up 4 wickets at the end and 48 from the last 30 balls. So all set up really well here, match 24. Lahore looking for their 3rd win in a row. And the first time a victory over Zalmi since 2016. Well, they need to bat well. Let's head downstairs now to Zainab.
Thanks, Cass. 50 for Haider Ali. Haider, everybody's talking about आप कितने exciting player हैं HPL PSL के. आज आपने 50 भी की, पहले भी आपके 2-3 30s हमने देखे हैं, तो लग रहा है कि enjoy कर रहे हैं.
जी, अल्लाह ताला का सबसे पहले शुक्र अदा करता हूँ क्योंकि मेरी आज पहली 50 है लाहौर कलंदर के खिलाफ. तो बस यही है कि पहले भी काफ़ी 30s की है लेकिन उनको 50 में कन्वर्ट नहीं कर सका हूँ, लेकिन आज 50 में कन्वर्ट किया और काफ़ी अच्छी फीलिंग्स आ रही हैं आज.
ओवरऑल एक्सपीरियंस आपका कैसा रहा है? हाशिम मामला आपके साथ हैं कैंप में, उनसे क्या टिप्स वगैरह मिलती रही?
आशी भाई जो हैं वो उनसे ये टिप्स मिलती हैं, वो काफ़ी कॉन्फिडेंस देते हैं बैटिंग से पहले. मैं काफ़ी उनसे मशवरा आइडियाज़ वगैरह लेता हूँ कि बैटिंग से पहले कि अंदर बैटिंग में कैसी सिचुएशन हो तो कैसे खेलना चाहिए. वो उनसे काफ़ी एक्सपीरियंस मिलता है और जो काफ़ी हमारे पास एक्सपीरियंस प्लेयर हैं लाइक कामी भाई, शेब भाई, इनसे काफ़ी एक्सपीरियंस हमें मिलता है. अभी बैटिंग जो इस मैच में ले लें आप, शेब भाई मेरे साथ खेल रहे थे तो उनकी वजह से मतलब कि इतने मुझे सपोर्टिंग हुआ है और आज जो स्कोर हुआ है काफ़ी हेल्प हुई है.
चले आप एंजॉय करें, आपको बड़ा एक्सपीरियंस मिल रहा है सबसे, एंड ऑल द बेस्ट फॉर दिस वन.
थैंक यू सो मच.
Great stuff from Haider Ali. Shaheen Shah Afridi, he bowled really well towards the end to ensure that his team wouldn't be chasing too much.
Lahore has culture and greenery and gardens. Lovely infrastructure. It's the capital of Punjab, and a lot of people are here to back cricket from all parts of Pakistan, but Lahore's will back Qalandars. Sprawling city, some nice restaurants, great architecture, Mughal architecture, right? And cool moment for the umpires. In this day and age, I think it's a great start. Just to get those hands clean. Rub the index finger as well. That may be put to good use, I hope.
Yes, looking for a good, clean contest. Michael Goff and Alim Dar. It's a topical subject at the moment, if ever there was one. Qalandars, once again, will be bowling first, looking to try and restrict Peshawar Zalmi. Ben Dunk back with the gloves on. Dane Villas is out of the side this evening, so Dunk will take on the gloves as well as bubble blowing and 6 hitting duties tonight. And it's the exciting young player Tom Banton and Cameron Akmal out there to open the batting for Peshawar Zalmi. They can both be destructive, and I think, Ramiz, that they might find this surface to their liking. We've had a little bit of turn here over the last couple of matches at Gaddafi Stadium, but this pitch with that green grass may well come onto the bat, and that will suit these two.
Especially Tom Banton, what a talent he is. Needs to kick on, because talent without execution means nothing. So it's a good time, good pitch to showcase his talent, and we know Kamran Akmal can absolutely decimate any attack on the day. 38 and still hitting them big. This is a powerful setup for Zalmi. first 6 overs, as always, will be critical. Setting up the shot will be Zalmi. Michael Goff is there, and Aleem Dar is partnering him. He's from Lahore as well.
Yeah, good to see Aleem out there. Good to see Shaheen Afridi fit and ready to go with the new ball in his hand once more for the Qalandars. He's made some important breakthroughs in the first couple of overs, and is a young talent that everybody should be keeping an eye on. I know Hampshire certainly will be. They've signed up to see him in the Blast in England this summer.
Yeah, great thing about his bowling so far is that he doesn't go T20 mode straight away. So he'll hit the hard length, he'll get it to swing or seam. So it'll be proper fast bowling from him up front with the new ball. He's got a slip. 4 men in the ring on the offside, 2 on the leg side. Here we go then, action to begin. Shaheen Afridi is running in to bowl the first ball of the game. Oh, it's a smash to the offside and action has begun. Middle by Kamran Akmal and middle by the fielder at cover.
Little bit of swing, just the tiniest hint that it started to come back. But Kamran Akmal kept the front pad out of the way and really pinged that extra cover drive, and it brought out an excellent stop at cover, who also lost a bit of skin diving on that used pitch, Mars Khan.
Promising leg spinner for Qalandars. I'm sure he will have a role and should be considered as a wicket-taking option. Any leg spinner that plays the game these days in any format is such a value addition.
You don't even have to bowl well, as long as it turns both ways.
Gone! Bad start by Zalmi, bad start by Banton. What a wonderful start by Shaheen Afridi. The fans are up. Lot of noise, lot of atmosphere back in Qalandars. What a start.
Not seeing the best of Tom Banton here for the Zalmi. Ball perhaps just stopping on him a tiny bit, but it was a tame finish. Shaheen Afridi knocked over Shane Watson first ball the other day. Jubilee safe hands and extra cover from the Professor. And that is all she wrote with the bat for Tom Banton tonight. Yep, it's duck time. Peshawar, 1 for 1.
We've been raving about this pitch. Well, that ball seemed to have stopped in the pitch. I'm not too sure whether it was a cross seamer as well. Liam Livingston is in early. Oh, beautifully ball in swinger, hitting him high on the leg.
It's very, very excitable, Shaheen Shah. Yeah, too high, going over the top. Don't review it. But once again, it's that movement back into the right-handers is so dangerous at the pace that Shaheen Afridi can generate. And he's also keeping the ball full. I had a look at this pitch before the start, and it struck me that the bearer areas were fuller, that it would come onto the bat from the middle of the pitch, but stop a little bit from the full point. Let's have a look here. Full up, seam up delivery, full delivery. Banton doesn't really get into it, and maybe that's the pace of Shaheen Shah that's kept his weight a little bit back. But it's the tamest of ends for a young man who can smoke the ball out of the park.
Missing the stumps twice now. Has been wrapped on the leg. Soft dismissal by Banton. I don't know what he was thinking, because it was nothing more than a gentle scoop. Came went back, hit his back thigh. Impact would have been missing the stumps. That's why the DRS was not used by Qalandars, but massive in-swinging drift for Shaheen Shah Afridi. He's become a potent force ever since developing that in-swinging slant.
One thing that the right-handers need to keep in mind against Shaheen Shah Afridi is to keep that front pad on the line of leg stump when he gets full at you. Because the moment he drags that left foot across towards the off stump, if it swings back in, you're in all sorts of trouble. Livingston at the moment is just getting tucked up, ball hitting him on the pads.
Oh, last ball has been hit crisply for 4. Very good shot. That will relieve a bit of pressure. But credit to Shaheen Shah Afridi for creating a bit of stir and getting a wicket. 5 for 1. Some changes are through gut feelings, some changes are through statistical delight. And I think this contest between Samit and Kamran Akmal has been won hands down by Samit Patel. He's got him dismissed 3 times in 9 balls. Here we go again. Smacks it for 4. Lovely, smooth start this time by Kamran Akmal, but can he last the distance?
Well, he's thrown down the gauntlet with that one, hasn't he? This is as perfectly an executed cover drive as you'd like to see. A little bit wide from Samit. He'll be upset that he gave him the room to swing his arms, but that's beautiful. Poetry from Kamran Akmal.
Will he go hard, Samit Patel, or still flight the ball? I think judging the pace is going to be the key. At what pace to bowl? That's a better line, keeping it nice and tight on middle and leg stump angle. Not afraid to flight the ball, not afraid to get hit, and I think that is a prerequisite for any spinner. Got to have a bit of ticker, especially when you're playing T20 cricket.
Absolutely right. I mean, he does it so often for Nottinghamshire. He'll take the new ball. He has no worries about taking the new ball. You get that natural variation where it hits the shiny side and goes straight on. That's why he'll be upset about the first delivery. It was just too wide, wasn't it?
Goes up, long on comes into play. Is it going to be another wicket? Is it going to be taken? Just about hangs on to it. Just about makes it. I think it's Fakhr, who's generally considered a very good fielder. What is happening out there? Are they losing the plot? Livingston is dead.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Liam Livingston. I mean, he just decided it's me or you, Samit Patel. He just pinned his ears back and decided he was going to hit this as hard as was humanly possible. Loses his shape, gets it off the bottom edge of the bat, the head's in no position. And then Fakhr, oh my goodness me. He's managed to cling onto it between his legs somehow, get a heart rate monitor on Fakhr. Liam Livingston goes for 4, it's another one for the Qalandars. They are on a roll, 10 for 2.
Shoaib Malik is in at the non-striker zone. Kamran Akmal with the strike. Both 38-year-olds are out there for Zalmi. Well, this had to be perfectly executed because there's a long on fielder. The boundary rider hit the toe end of the bat, went a mile in the air.
Just lost control, didn't he? Just lost his shape. You could tell by the way the follow-through finished up. Liam Livingstone, he almost hit himself on the backside with his bat. He was just giving it absolutely everything. And fucker, well, all's well that ends well.
Lovely start by Samit Patel. Has done a great job once again, starting up front with the new ball, 10 for 2.